What is the best way to optimize Shopify for 2019? I think it is SEO. And don't go nuts right now. It's got nothing to do with keywords, right? It is optimizing your Shopify store to get organic. I've got to stop the bubbling. To get organic growth in your Shopify store. And it's got all to do with voice optimization. And what is voice optimization? Have you noticed that people are asking asking questions for Siri on their phones, right? Everybody's got a smartphone. So nowadays, if you want a question answered, if you want to do a search, you go onto Siri and you ask your phone. We all have Alexa. We have what's mine called? Apple, the Apple thing, Siri on my boat, right? We all, a lot of people have that in their houses. And what you do, you go, hey Siri, can I have this song? Hey Siri, what's the weather doing in Seabrook today? That's what we ask Siri every morning,
it's
right?
Clear and 35 degrees in Seabrook, Maryland.
You see.
Heading down from 35 degrees this afternoon to 26 tonight.
So that is what you got to think about your website. So how are you going to show up to all these questions? It has been it has increased in 2018 60%, and you know that it's going to grow to $2 billion industry or a search volume in 2020. So guys, this is the way to get some really good organic growth. And how do you do that? If you don't know who I am, I'm Veronica Jeans, and I'm an e-commerce mentor and coach, and I specialize in Shopify and marketing strategy. So how are you going to get your Shopify store optimized this year? And I would suggest doing it on a consistent basis over the long term, not just doing it once and then forgetting about it. This, getting optimized for Google or Bing or any of the others is not just a one day or one time deal. You've got to do it on a regular basis, continuously, to actually get the results. And you can end up on Google page 1 or Bing page 1, right? I never use Bing, but apparently Alexa is part of Bing. So here, how are you going to do it? You are going to optimize your frequently asked question page on your website. And if you don't have one, I don't have one, you should create one, okay? And questions are, what are the questions your customers ask you because they're asking about your product, right? So here's an example. So on your website, and it's just because I read it, is you're asking for, you have your website optimized for cheap New Jersey restaurant, right? But nobody asks that in their phone. They will ask, how do I find a cheap restaurant in New Jersey, or the location of a cheap New Jersey restaurant? Sorry, I'm battering New Jersey here. But that's how you ask the question. That should be your title for your page, or for your title for the paragraph, right? And then you answer the question. Short sentences and be very brief. The answer isn't a long one, right? Then there is so optimizing your FAQ. Then there is any question that you can think of that your customers will ask or have asked you, and put it in a simple sentence, right? Not a complicated sentence. And then ask your customers, what I would do is actually ask your customers to check your website out, or somebody that you know, to make sure that your sentences are structured right. So here's another thing, why that is so important. So I've got this from the guru, SEO guru, Neil Patel, right? So your question and your answer can get on the top page, on page 1 of Google. Those questions that you have on Google page. I click on it all the time, right? So it answers my question, and then I can go to the page that it actually is on. That's exactly where you can actually be, and that is how to optimize your Shopify store very quickly. And remember, you can't do it all in one go, right? You got to do it on a continuous basis and create blogs about the questions that your customers are asking. Create long form blogs and short form blogs. But you are answering the questions that your customers are asking you, and you will be on page 1 on Google. Guys, this is a huge tip, how to get your Shopify on Google very quickly. Thank you very much for listening. And that's very brief, right? Again, I'm Veronica Jeans, and I'm an e-commerce mentor and coach. And I am going to go and get my website voice optimized and fixed up. So thank you again for listening. I will see you again on Wednesday. I'll be popping in for another question about Shopify or branding or something that my customers have and ask me questions. I will come out and tell you exactly what they asked and how I answered it. Thank you very much. I will see you soon. Have an absolutely smashing day and a very successful one.